Welcome back to another episode of the Style Thief Fashion Podcast. Today, I want to talk about holiday style, or rather, how I approach holiday style. And I think it's timely because we are in the holiday season, but I hope this episode also helps give you some ways to think about special event dressing, how to approach getting dressed in these special times of your life, no matter the holiday season or no matter what it is, because I think we can get caught in the trap of thinking that we always need to buy something new. It has to be so exciting and amazing because it's a special event. And like many ways that I approach style, I want to make things as simple and as easy as possible. And I also want you to stay as true to your personal style as you can, even when there's a special event coming up. So I'm going to give you the 5 key elements that you can bring in to any outfit to be holiday ready. Now, when I say holiday, I know we can think of Christmas. I do celebrate Christmas. I celebrate Thanksgiving, but I know not everyone does. And I know this time of year, regardless of what you celebrate, there might be things that you want to go to, or maybe your holidays are your holiday you look forward to celebrate is New Year's Eve, or maybe it's Valentine's Day, or maybe you don't celebrate holidays officially, but you do have times where you want to get dressed up. Well, some of the elements that I share will be more, yes, Christmas holiday specific in some of the examples. In a broader sense, I want you to know that you can apply some of these style elements any time of year. So let's dive in. First and foremost, if you're watching this on YouTube, I want to show you my outfit because it's an example of one of the elements that I'm bringing in. I think my look is very holiday ready. I will be sure to post a photo of this so you can see what I'm wearing. If you're listening to this podcast, you can't see me, but I'm going to step back for a second and show you that I'm wearing jeans, what I call my trophy shoes, metallic heels, a sparkly sweater, and a bold lip. And that's it. Sweater with a little bit of sparkle, jeans, and big ass gold heels. So to me, one of the easiest elements to bring in to any outfit to make it look festive, holiday ready, special, is to bring in sparkle or shine. And within that umbrella of sparkle or shine, there are so many ways you can go. Yes, you can go full out sequin. I have done that. I love that. I love sequins. Sequins all year round. Okay. We don't just have to save them for New Year's Eve or the holidays. But when you're adding sequins in particular, I think that you can pick one sequin element and let it be the standout piece. A sequin skirt, a sequin jacket, maybe it's a sequin t-shirt or tank top. We're getting sequins now in many different forms that are really easy to wear, very wearable, very approachable. And in my opinion, if you want to invest in a great sequin skirt or sequin jacket, that's something you can have in your closet and you can pull out several times a year, or maybe even only once a year around New Year's Eve or something. And it's going to be one of those pieces that, even though it's very specific and maybe not as versatile as like a black blazer, you still want to have it on hand for these moments where you want to add that sparkle element. Now, sequins are also really prevalent in accessories. Sequin shoes, a sequin headband, sequin earrings, something in a ring or a necklace. One of those elements will be enough to add that shine element to any of your outfits. And by the way, what I really should have started with before I dove into some of these elements was I want you to consider how you're going to utilize these elements in your outfit. And no matter where you're going, whether it's a black tie formal affair for like a company dinner or just Christmas Eve with your family or New Year's Eve at home, have a home-based outfit that works for you. So for me, anytime I can, I'm going to start with jeans. So I'm starting with jeans. I did that today. What elements can I bring in to make this piece look really fun and festive and special? So if I'm going the sequin route, I could have chose my sequin shoes or a sequin jacket or t-shirt. But maybe for you, you are starting with always, you're going to start with a skirt and a top, or you're going to start with a black dress or a black pair of pants. Whatever that outfit is that comes to mind for you, that one go-to thing. So if it's jeans, if it's the black dress, the black pants, as I'm talking about these elements, I want you to think of that thing, because this can be your starting point. And maybe you are someone who has multiple celebrations coming up this time of year. It is totally fine for you. I'm going to give you this permission right now to just stick with this one base outfit. If it's a black skirt and a white button down, if it's a pair of black velvet pants and a top, we can add in these elements. You can switch them up over and over again, so you don't have to feel like you have to go buy a new outfit for every single event. I really want you to get away from that kind of thinking. And I think special events, holidays can really pull us in that direction. So sequins, shine, sparkle, but shine, sparkle can mean so many different things. You can think of satin or silk. You can bring in metallics. You can bring in some kind of other shiny element. Maybe it's just, I'm wearing a bold gold ring right now. Maybe you're going to really punch up the jewelry. So think of those elements that you can bring into that outfit that add a little shine, add a little bit of sparkle. Maybe it's a satin evening bag. It can be as simple as one single element in an accessory that you bring into that outfit. So shine and sparkle is holiday element number one. The second one is pop of color. So when we think of holiday, in my mind, because I do celebrate Christmas, I think of red and green, and I will tend to bring in a red bag, a red shoe, a red lip. But I want you to think outside the box with this, and you don't always have to stick to traditional red and green. The sweater I'm wearing now is such a great example. And again, I know if you're listening to this, you can't see my outfit, but this is a sweater I got from Bowdoin a couple seasons ago. It's a striped, it's navy, pink, green, and gold, big, bold stripes, and there's a metallic thread that runs through it. These are not traditional holiday colors, but because of the shine element, it really works and feels festive and holiday. Now, I have worn this past the holiday season with just jeans and sneakers, because I believe that you get to wear what you want year round. So you can think of color being an element that you bring in that looks very festive without just going with traditional red or green. Because if you don't celebrate Christmas, you might not want to wear those colors. Maybe you want to wear blue for Hanukkah. Maybe you want to bring in purple. Maybe you want to bring in hot pink. Whatever that pop of color is, think of your base outfit. So for me, if it's jeans, maybe I'm going to do a red shoe and a white button down and a red lip. That would look very holiday festive. So you can really use those pops of color to punch up these base outfits, these foundation outfits that you want to wear for the holiday season. And I do think the easiest way is through accessories. So maybe you invest in a red shoe or a bright pink shoe, and that's kind of the punch that you add this time of year. I think bags are a great way to do this. Your handbag, your evening bag. I'm going to call out one of my favorite handbag companies, Sapan, because they have every color of the rainbow. This season, they brought us a beautiful red bag that would be perfect to carry with any of your outfits this holiday season to make it look a little more festive. So accessories are one of the easiest ways, and they're low investment as well. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to bring in those pops of color elements to your outfit. The third element, this one is more Christmas specific, but it doesn't have to be. I think we can claim for ourselves what we're saying through our style and through our outfits with some of these elements we bring in. But the third one is plaid. And I really do, in my mind, I tend not to wear a ton of plaid unless it's the holidays. If you think of a traditional red tartan plaid, it can feel very Christmas specific, but it's all in how you style it around that plaid piece. Last year, Paul and I did a style challenge in the winter, and one of the prompts, thank you, was to utilize something that you wore around the holidays in like everyday life. And so I chose a red plaid skirt that I got at Old Navy last year that I wore on Christmas Eve in a couple different ways. Once for our like brunch celebration, and then when we went to church. And I wore it with like combat boots and a black sweater and a denim jacket, kind of went a little bit of the grunge route with it, like treated the plaid skirt like I would a flannel shirt. And it was really fun to wear it. So while plaid does feel very Christmas specific, I want you to really claim and own that you can wear that in other times of the year. But that's a fun element to bring in. And much like the example of like a sequin jacket, if you have one or two plaid pieces that you only pull out during the holiday season, I think that's great. So you'll find accessories, shoes, hair pieces, even earrings, little plaid bows and things like that. Those are fun elements you can bring in if you don't want to go, if you want to be more subtle with that holiday style element. There are plaid pants, plaid skirts, plaid matching suits, which is so cool. You can go as big and bold as you want. You can even just bring in a plaid coat. So using your outerwear to finish off a very easy, basic black pants, white button down outfit. So when you're walking in the room, that's your festive holiday element. That can be enough. And then you pull that plaid coat out every single season. So plaid is the third element. And that one, again, while being a little more Christmas specific, still can be something that you can approach in a way. And there's so many different colors of plaids, by the way, not just the traditional red and green, lots of navy blue, lots of black and white. You can bring that element in and pair it with other things to make it look festive, but then still feel good about wearing it other times of the year. The fourth element that you can bring in to make any outfit feel holiday ready is velvet. And velvet to me is pretty specific to this time of year. I'm going to say like November through February. It just doesn't make sense for me to wear velvet in, May when it's hot where I live. Again, I don't like rules and parameters, but I think we can safely say that velvet is one of those materials that feels very winter holidays specific. But again, these are pieces that you could invest in that you pull out year after year. Maybe it's a great velvet pant. It's a beautiful velvet blazer. I'm going to tell you what, I don't own a velvet blazer. And I don't know how that is possible because I own so many blazers. And every year when I do my style guide, which we're going to talk about in a moment, I put in multiple satin or velvet blazers, and I have yet to purchase one. So that's something that is on my list. A great velvet blazer is timeless. It is classic. And if you don't want to go the usual black with that, you could do a deep purple, a beautiful burgundy, a navy. The color doesn't matter. It's more about the fabric and the texture here. And that's one of the really great things I think about velvet in particular. If you have a velvet shoe, it's so gorgeous. It just adds this beautiful dimension and texture, something that's a little more unexpected. You can bring in velvet through a bag. I have seen velvet headbands, not too many earrings and necklaces unless there's maybe some sort of bow attached to them that has velvet. But that's another element that looks very festive holiday. And in my opinion, is something you can wear like through Valentine's Day. Beyond that, it does start to feel a little bit off just in terms of we're getting into spring and we want those lighter fabrics and things like that. But the traditional red velvet, you don't have to always go that route. If you are a very neutral person, black, camel, gray, you can find velvet pieces in all of those colors. But maybe you want to combine some of these elements. Maybe you want to do a pop of color in the velvet blazer. Those are always something, that's another way that you can approach this too. The fifth element, the final element that you can bring in is more about texture. And so I lump these two together even though they're very different. Fur and lace. So think of a fur collar on a really beautiful coat. Think of a beautiful fitted lace top underneath a velvet blazer or underneath a satin blazer when you're going to an event. And what I love about the fur and the lace elements is those combined with another holiday style element. You combine a lace top with a pop of color, it can look very holiday, but you could wear that lace top so many other times of the year. Same thing with a fur. Maybe it's a fur vest. Maybe it's that fur collar. Maybe it's a shoe that has a cute little fur bauble on it or something like that. Maybe it's a button-down shirt with fur around the cuffs. Those kind of specific touches, maybe it's a fur coat, faux fur, or maybe it's a secondhand actual fur coat. You can bring those elements in as well. This time of year, even if you're not going to go with the sparkle or the pop of color, that can just add a richness and a nice depth of texture to your outfit that can feel special and feel elevated and fun. So we ran through those quickly. I'm going to go back to them again. Think of your favorite go-to outfit. Is it black pants and a white button down? Is it a great black dress or a skirt? Is it a great pair of jeans? What elements can you bring in to make these outfits more festive? And I would even challenge you to say, thinking about the events you have to go to this year, if there are multiple ones, wear the same foundation piece. So wear jeans, unless it's a black tie. Even then, I might say, like, let's go Jenna fucking Lyons and wear jeans to that thing. Wear the same thing and challenge yourself to bring in these different elements to change up the look. So sparkle or shine, metallics, satin, silk, sequins, you can go with to add those elements to your look. You can utilize a pop of color, red and green, of course. You can do purple, you can do fuchsia, you can do so many other, blue looks beautiful this time of year for holiday. So many other pops of color you can bring in to bump up your outfit. And don't forget about lipstick and nails too. Sometimes that can be enough. If you are I never usually wear a bright lipstick or bright nail polish, maybe this is the time of year where you do that. Plaid, while feeling very traditional Christmas holiday, depending on how you style it and depending on the colorways that you choose, it does not have to always feel very specific to Christmas. That's another element you can bring in. Velvet, that soft, beautiful texture, which is a timeless element to me in this season. Investing in a great pair of black velvet trousers or a great velvet blazer is something you can keep in your wardrobe for years and years and years. And finally, bringing in lace or fur. One of those elements can add also some nice texture, makes your outfits feel really special, but those are, again, pieces you can utilize in other times of the year. Now, if you're like, Erin, this is so great, it's so easy for you to say, I'm a visual person and I need to see it, and I'm listening to this podcast as I'm on my walk. I have something that will help you, and that is my holiday style guide. If you're not familiar with my style guides, this is a subscription service that I offer that you pay one time. It's $125 for the year. And each season, I email you a digital style guide. So I am handpicking pieces that I am shopping for, that I'm shopping for my clients, trend items that we're seeing. I'm pulling in all of the pieces you need for that specific season. But the best part is I'm giving you so many style ideas in a digital lookbook. So if you are thinking through some of these outfits and you're like, well, I am a black dress person, but I can't visualize how you're talking about bringing these elements. If you go to the holiday style guide, I added a black dress in there. Lovely black dress. If you're shopping for one, you could shop it or just use that in your head. Think, okay, my black dress in place of this photo here. And then you'll see how I've added these different style elements to make them look holiday festive. The great thing about the style guides is I give you so many outfit ideas. There in the style guide for holiday alone, there are over 80 outfit ideas. I love doing it. It's like I say this is like my Zen flow. Some people do yoga. I put outfits together in multiple ways. So you can download the guide, You can bookmark it and you can go back to it again and again. So utilize the guide and then plot out your outfits for all of the things you have coming up this year. So if you are, I'm gonna wear a black dress, the same black dress to all 4 of my events. Erin has given me so many different ways that I can style this dress for all of my different events. The other thing is that I love to make these as inclusive as possible. So you're going to see a wide range of price points, a wide range of size inclusivity. I really try to only shop or mostly shop and tag, pull in brands that are size inclusive. So you can be investing in a piece if you want to bring it in that might be a little higher priced, but I'm always going to give you some really inexpensive options. I'm going to tell you right now, H&M is one of my go-to sources, especially this time of year. Every single element I have listed for you here, H&M has had a piece that I can pull in. So if you want to spend $20 on a great velvet bag and that's going to be the go-to thing you utilize this holiday season, go for it. So the style guides are something that you can utilize this time of year, but then I send them to you winter, spring, summer, and fall. So each season you are getting, here are the trend pieces we're shopping for. Here are the things that you might be looking for. Around the summertime, it's probably shorts. In the fall, we're always adding boots and things like that. But most importantly, I'm giving you so many different ways you can style them. And best of all, I make this very approachable and very realistic so that as you're looking at these pictures, you're looking at these inspiration pieces, outfits, you can start to think of the things you already own in your own wardrobe that you can style in different ways. So if you are interested in purchasing the holiday style guide, it is ready for you. I'll put the link in the show notes and you can purchase it. And if you're utilizing the guide for your holiday celebrations now and beyond, I would love for you to tag me in your photos. Tell me how you feel. Did it feel easy? Is this an approach that you've thought of before? I'm so excited for you. I always want to make getting dressed fun and easy, and most of all, in a way that really feels like you, that you're not trying too hard, that you can get your outfit on and then focus on being with friends, being with family, eating, drinking, celebrating, which is what this time of year is all about. So please let me know your thoughts on this approach to holiday style. If you have more to add to the conversation, I would love to hear it. Tag me on Instagram, send me a DM or an email. Let's talk all about it. All right, my friends, happy holidays, and I'll see you next time.